Have you ever looked back and wished you had done things differently? As we age, the choices we make can either build a fulfilling life or slowly chip away at our happiness and health. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 huge mistakes people make in old age that can quietly destroy their well-being and joy. These mistakes often happen so gradually that you don't even realize the damage they're causing until it's too late. But once you understand these patterns, you'll have the power to make better decisions, avoid unnecessary regrets, and take control of your future. Stay tuned till the end because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about ensuring your later years are full of health, happiness, and purpose. Let's dive in and see what these 5 mistakes are and how to steer clear of them. Mistake number 1. Neglecting physical health. As we age, one of the biggest and most common mistakes people make is neglecting their physical health. It often starts with small, seemingly harmless decisions: skipping a morning walk, choosing fast food over a balanced meal, or ignoring subtle aches and pains. However, these habits can gradually accumulate and lead to more serious health problems that could have been avoided with simple changes. Many seniors assume that a decline in health is just a natural part of aging. But this is a misconception. While aging does come with some changes, much of the physical decline we experience is due to inactivity, poor diet, and ignoring early signs of health issues. When we stop moving, our muscles weaken, our balance declines, and we become more prone to falls, a major risk for seniors. Simple tasks like standing up from a chair, walking upstairs, or even reaching for something on a high shelf can become incredibly difficult if we don't stay active. Consider someone like Henry, 74 years old. He thought he was healthy, but gradually, he started skipping his daily walks. Over time, he noticed that standing for long periods felt tiring and his knees started aching. By the time he tried to get back into exercising, he had lost significant strength, and even short walks left him out of breath. It took months to rebuild his strength, and he often wished he had never let himself slow down in the first place. Another critical issue is diet. Many seniors think that because they're eating less, they don't need to worry about getting the right nutrients. However, as we age, our bodies need more of certain nutrients to maintain muscle mass, support bone health, and keep our digestion functioning properly. Not eating enough protein, calcium, and fiber can lead to weaknesses in the body that leave you feeling sluggish and even contribute to chronic conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. Routine checkups are also essential, yet many seniors avoid them unless something feels seriously wrong. Preventive screenings can catch problems like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and early signs of osteoporosis before they become severe. Ignoring regular doctor visits can result in conditions worsening undetected, making them harder to treat. The good news is it's never too late to make positive changes. Starting with small improvements, like adding a 15-minute walk to your day or replacing processed snacks with fresh vegetables, can make a huge difference. Strength training, even with light weights or resistance bands, can help prevent frailty. By taking care of your body now, you can ensure you'll stay active and independent for years to come. Living a life full of vitality and well-being. Mistake number 2. Isolating from friends and family. One of the most heartbreaking mistakes people make as they age is withdrawing from social connections. At first, It might seem like a harmless decision. Perhaps you stop attending gatherings, make fewer phone calls, or assume that your friends and family are too busy to visit. However, over time, this isolation can slowly chip away at your mental and physical health, leading to loneliness and depression. Humans are inherently social beings, and maintaining strong social connections is crucial for emotional well-being. Research has shown that social isolation can have the same detrimental impact on health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It weakens the immune system, increases the risk of heart disease, and has even been linked to cognitive decline and dementia. When we stop engaging with others, our brains aren't stimulated in the same way. This lack of stimulation can lead to memory loss, decreased cognitive function, and a feeling of being disconnected from the world around us. Take Dorothy, a 76-year-old woman. For example, over time, she gradually stopped reaching out to her friends, telling herself they were probably too busy with their own families. Weeks turned into months, and before she knew it, she was spending most of her days alone, with only the TV for company. She noticed a shift in her mood and energy. She felt more fatigued, less motivated, and had trouble enjoying things she once loved. It wasn't until she decided to reconnect, by calling an old friend, joining a local book club, and inviting her grandchildren over more often, that she began to feel a renewed sense of purpose. Her mood lifted, her memory improved, and she felt more engaged with life. It's also important to note that relying solely on family for companionship can be problematic. While family is essential, expecting them to fulfill all of your social needs may lead to disappointment, as they have their own busy lives. Building a diverse network of friends, neighbors, or community members helps to ensure you have multiple sources of support and interaction, which enriches your life. Staying connected in today's digital age is easier than ever. Learning to use technology, like video calls or social media, can help you maintain relationships with loved ones, even when in-person visits aren't possible. It's never too late to reconnect with others. Engaging in regular social activities, whether it's volunteering, joining a club, or simply calling a friend, can significantly improve your mental and emotional health. Mistake number 3. Refusing to adapt to change. One of the most significant mistakes people make as they age is resisting change. Whether it's adapting to new technology, adjusting lifestyle habits, or embracing shifting social norms, many seniors are reluctant to adjust to the changes that come with time. This resistance can lead to frustration, isolation, and a diminished quality of life. It's understandable that change can be uncomfortable, especially after living a certain way for many decades. However, the reality is that refusing to adapt doesn't stop the world from evolving. It only makes life more difficult. For example, many older adults assume that technology is only for younger generations and may resist learning how to use smartphones, computers, or even basic digital tools. But in today's world, being able to use technology is essential for staying connected with family, accessing services, and even managing daily tasks. Refusing to embrace technology can make seniors feel left out of important conversations, struggle with everyday tasks that could be simplified, or become more vulnerable to scams. Take Albert, for instance, a 78-year-old man who refused to give up his old flip phone. convinced it was good enough for his needs. Over time, however, he realized he was missing out. His grandchildren communicated through group chats. His bank required online access for certain services. And he couldn't easily order groceries or access other conveniences that could have made his life easier. Eventually, Albert decided to try learning how to use a smartphone. With a little patience, he learned how to text, make video calls, and even shop online. What started as a reluctant decision soon became a tool that improved his life in ways he hadn't expected. Resisting change can also manifest in sticking to outdated habits, even when there are better options available. For example, many seniors may ignore modern safety measures at home or fail to update their diet with healthier, more effective choices. When older adults say, "I've always done it this way," it can be a dangerous mindset, especially if better alternatives exist that can improve health and safety. Embracing change doesn't mean losing who you are. Instead, it means staying open-minded and flexible enough to adjust to the world around you. The more willing you are to learn, adapt, and grow, the more independent and fulfilled you'll be. Change may be uncomfortable at first, but it can bring unexpected joys and opportunities that make life richer and more connected. Mistake number 4: mismanaging finances. One of the most devastating mistakes people make in old age is failing to manage their finances wisely. As we age, it's easy to assume that money becomes less important, especially when you're no longer working and have savings or retirement funds set aside. However, the reality is that financial mismanagement can quickly turn what should be the most comfortable years of your life into a period of stress and struggle. Many seniors fall into the trap of overspending or underestimating their future expenses. They assume that their savings will last, only to realize too late that unexpected costs, such as medical bills, rising healthcare expenses, or home repairs, can deplete their finances faster than anticipated. This lack of foresight can lead to a situation where they have to rely on others for financial support, something many people find difficult and uncomfortable. Consider Richard, a 72-year-old retiree, who spent freely in his early retirement years, believing he had saved enough to enjoy life without worry. He took frequent trips, bought gifts for his grandchildren, and dined out regularly. However, by the time he reached his late 70s, he noticed that his savings were running low. Medical expenses had piled up, and he hadn't accounted for the high cost of long-term care. Faced with limited options, Richard had to rely on his children for financial support, which left him feeling embarrassed and dependent. Had he been more mindful of his spending early on, he could have stretched his savings and maintained his financial independence. Another common mistake is failing to keep up with ongoing financial planning. Many people assume that once they retire, they no longer need to worry about budgeting, investments, or planning for future expenses. But managing money is a lifelong process. It's essential to keep track of spending, anticipate potential future costs, and adjust finances accordingly. Seniors are also prime targets for financial scams, and many lose their savings to phone scams, email fraud, or deceptive individuals posing as financial advisors. The key to financial security in old age isn't about being wealthy, it's about being wise. Creating a clear budget, being mindful of unnecessary spending, and planning for future expenses, like healthcare and long-term care. can help ensure that your money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make adjustments. And even small changes in how you manage your finances today can prevent future stress and uncertainty. Mistake number 5. Ignoring mental growth and purpose. As we age, one of the most overlooked yet crucial mistakes people make is giving up on personal growth and losing their sense of purpose. Many seniors, once they retire, begin to believe that their time for learning, setting new goals, or contributing to the world has passed. However, this mindset can lead to mental decline, emotional dissatisfaction, and a feeling of being disconnected from life itself. The truth is, the human brain remains capable of learning and adapting well into old age. The real danger isn't aging itself, it's inactivity. When seniors stop engaging in mentally stimulating activities, such as reading, solving puzzles, learning new skills, or taking up hobbies, they risk slowing down cognitive function. Studies have shown that those who continue to challenge their minds are far less likely to experience cognitive decline or memory loss. On the other hand, those who stop stimulating their brains may experience a quicker mental decline, as their brains are not creating new connections or processing new information. Take Linda, for example. At 70, she was an active and curious person who loved learning new things. However, after retiring, she found herself watching TV most of the day. She felt like her best years were behind her. Over time, Linda began to forget things more often, lost interest in conversations, and became less engaged with life. It wasn't until she decided to take an art class, a hobby she had always wanted to try, that she experienced a profound change. Her mind became sharper, and she even made new friends along the way. This new sense of purpose and mental engagement renewed her energy and passion for life. Another major mistake seniors often make is failing to find a reason to get up in the morning. For many, retirement can leave a void where work, family, or social responsibilities once filled the day. Without a clear purpose or direction, it's easy to slip into boredom or even depression. This lack of motivation can severely impact one's overall well-being and happiness. Having something meaningful to look forward to, whether it's volunteering, mentoring younger generations, or pursuing a personal passion, creates structure and motivation in daily life. Seniors who have a purpose are more likely to stay physically active, maintain better mental health, and enjoy longer, happier lives. Growth doesn't stop when you retire or reach a certain age. It stops when you stop trying. It's never too late to learn something new, set new goals, or find new ways to contribute to the world around you. By continuing to challenge yourself mentally, staying curious, and having a reason to get up each day, you can ensure that your later years are fulfilling and full of meaning. Personal growth and a sense of purpose are essential not just for your emotional well-being but also for your physical health and longevity. No matter your age, you can keep learning and growing, and doing so will significantly enhance the quality of your life. As we wrap up today's video, it's important to remember that aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can be a time of growth, fulfillment, and joy if we make the right choices. The 5 mistakes we discussed today: neglecting physical health, isolating from loved ones, refusing to adapt to change, mismanaging finances, and ignoring mental growth, are all common traps. But they are not inevitable. The good news is, It's never too late to make a change. By taking small, proactive steps, whether it's improving your health, reconnecting with others, embracing new technology, managing your finances wisely, or continuing to learn and grow, you can create a future that is full of purpose, connection, and vitality. Remember, your later years can be some of your best years. By avoiding these mistakes, you can ensure that you continue to live a life that is rich in meaning, filled with good health, and surrounded by the people who matter most to you. The choices you make today will shape the quality of your life tomorrow. So make them count. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found these insights valuable. If you've learned something today, don't hesitate to leave a comment below and share one thing you're going to do differently. Your thoughts and experiences are important, and we'd love to hear from you. Stay healthy, stay connected, and keep living with purpose.